America? I'd ask, how are you? But if you are any kind of a patriot, any kind of American, any kind of person that cares for democracy, even though we are a representative republic, we're not really a democracy. Yeah, I know, Trumpers. Yeah, I fucking know. We still have laws. And we're supposed to be a country that is the rule of law. I'm pissed. I am fucking pissed. Because I'm pretty sure that we're going to know within the next 48 hours whether or not we could keep it. When asked, do we have a monarchy or are we a republic? Benjamin Franklin said, we're a republic if you can keep it. I'm not sure we can. I'm not sure we can. We had a very unusual event yesterday. Very unusual event. All 9 justices, all fucking 9 Supreme Court justices told Donald Trump, no, you may not have more time. No, you may not. You will facilitate the return of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. You will do it. The Department of Justice is dragging their feet. He was ordered. Bring him back. You got to bring him back. That's what that ruling means. You can't, we're not gonna fuck around with this. We're not gonna sit back and just let you do any goddamn thing you want to do. You must facilitate his return. Well, so far, we have heard from, where the hell is my mouse? We have heard from the Department of Justice. We've heard from them by way of Cheeto lipstick-stained Carolyn Levitt's statement about all of this. And essentially, what we're looking at here, the Supreme Court didn't give him an invitation to talk about it. It was a direct court from the highest, a direct order from the highest court in the land. They were told straight up, this man must come back. He was never to be deported to El Salvador. Courts ruled on that. There was an order of protection. And the DOJ, by way of Carolyn will suck anything on Donald Trump's body, Levitt, pretty much told him to fuck off. That's what was said. That's what was done. That's all there is to it, people. That's really, really what happened. And I got to tell you, I'm not okay with that. I'm really not okay with that. Let's stop looking at this as some legal thing. This was not a matter of the DOJ screwing up, missing a deadline or something. This was not a matter of, we're not really sure how we can make this happen yet. Give us a little bit of time and all that. No, the Supreme Court said you must facilitate his return. In response, Carolyn Levitt comes out today and they said, the order says that we must facilitate. It doesn't say that we directly have to intervene. In other words, we're not going to fucking do it. Let's not turn this into something that it's not. Let's not turn this into a damn thing. Let's call it what it is. They are ignoring the ruling. They're ignoring it brazenly, deliberately, fully out in the open, as if our Supreme Court doesn't matter. Pretty much that law in the United States does not matter. Look, they talked about this before as an administrative mistake. It has never been. It's never been that. It's always been Donald Trump showing his ass saying, I'm the king. He posted a fucking picture that shows him as the king. And that long live the king is what the cover says. And all of his sycophants reposting this shit. Because that's what he believes. He doesn't have to listen to the Supreme Court. Fuck the law. I'm the law. Is that our America? Look, Garcia was under court protection. And Trump's ICE agents just storm in, drag him out, pop him on a plane, say, oh, he's MS-13, we know it. Send him to El Salvador, put him in that maximum security prison when there is a fucking order from a court saying don't do that. Then he demands that the Supreme Court postpone all this shit. And the Supreme Court, all 9 of them, say no. No. You have to facilitate his return. Monday morning, the dickhead president of El Salvador is going to come and visit. He could immediately go to that prison and say, bring that guy out, lock him up in the palace, put him on the plane, let's get him back to America. Trump would have to make one fucking call to make that happen. Instead, obfuscation. Instead, trying to throw legalese around, trying to drag their feet. They dragged him out of the country and put him right where the court said he could not be. A Salvadoran prison that's full of gang members. That was why he was under protection. He'd risked his fucking life to be here. And now, seems that nobody knows where he is. This president thinks exactly what he said back in the first campaign. I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and nobody would give a damn. Here it is, folks. Here it is. That test is here. And don't kid yourself. If Garcia is killed in El Salvador, it's going to be at the hand of the El Salvadoran government at the order of Donald Trump. That's what it's going to be. This has already been moving. And I believe this has already been ordered. And Donald Trump put his big old fucking Sharpie signature on it and said, okay, go ahead, shoot that son of a bitch. You know he's done it. Supreme Court gave him a way out. Get him back here. You can see what was supposed to happen. You know this was there. We know you know this because your people testified to that fact. And what are they doing? They're thumbing their noses at it. I feel like we have a bunch of fucking babies sitting there going, make us. Well, if the Supreme Court ordering that isn't the final say, what do we have left for the rule of law? What is there if they can just blatantly disregard it? They think they are above the law. completely above it. They're not just ignoring it. They're coming straight out and daring the Supreme Court to do something about it. And you know what? They haven't yet. They issued their order yesterday. They've seen Carolyn Leavitt's press conference. They know what the feeling in the Trump White House is, and they haven't done anything yet. What we're seeing here, remember that whole constitutional 3 co-equal branches of government? What we're seeing here is him swallowing now the third one. He's already swallowed Congress. Now he's swallowing the Supreme Court. This isn't just about immigration. This isn't just about Garcia. Any court order that Trump doesn't like, anything, whether it's from the Supreme Court, a lower court, whatever, if it's anything from a simple, anything that makes it to the Supreme Court, it doesn't matter. Anything, he can say, nope, not doing it. I'm the king. And that's what he's doing. This is it, people. This is it right here. You know, what's next? What's next? Let's say his people get stupid again and blab military secrets, blab what should have been confidential, top secret information again. And SCOTUS says, oh, no, we're putting a gag order on this. And then he ignores that. Is that okay? We're putting it out there anyway. I don't give a shit. I'm the king. That's what he's going for here. I'm the king. Kilmer Abrego Garcia's life is important. It's a human life. Someone legally in this country. His life matters. I hate to say this. The precedent that Trump is setting with this matters more. If they could just, if they could just make anybody just disappear, defy the courts, and have no accountability whatsoever than the rule of law, fuck it. It doesn't exist. So much for the rule of law. I don't know where we're going with this. What I do know is that the Supreme Court said what must be done. And now, dictator Trump is daring them to act. My words to the SCOTUS: a republic, if you can keep it. You must act. You have to do something now. Anything close to democracy is dead. It's beyond redemption if you do not. And that is happening as we speak. And topping it all off, I want to ask somebody something. Carolyn Leavitt trotted her little Barbie ass out there today and said, pretty much, fuck man, we're going to do what we want to do. They didn't tell us directly we have to get him back here. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. But then she went on to say, we know that he's a dangerous criminal. We know that he's MS-13. We know that he was involved in it and he's one of the leaders of it. We know this. And then she said, I know it because I've seen the evidence. Are you the fucking judge? Are you the Supreme Court of the United States, lady? Get your sorry ass back into whatever bimbo brothel you came out of. I'm sickened. I am utterly sickened at what this man is doing to our country, and I'm not sure we still have one. I'm not sure that we don't have the kingdom of Donald Trump. MAGA, you called for this. Fuck you. Look at what you've done to us. Law doesn't matter anymore. Not if this shit goes down. And what I think is going to happen, Trump's got two options. Either follow the court's order and facilitate his return by making that fucking call, and it should have already been made, or telling the court, I don't answer to you, period. Actually, there's another option, and I believe this is the one that has already happened. I pray to God he's not. But I believe the order's already been given. And I don't necessarily believe that Mr. Garcia is still alive, nor do I believe he has been for a number of days. What does that make us? That makes us a tin pot dictatorship, people. We have events coming up. I am begging all of you. There was on the 5th the hands-off event. That is not the only one that's going on. Go to that. Go to the hands-off page and look for events that are near you. I said it yesterday, and I'm going to say it again today. We must push back against this. Peacefully. The right way. Go ahead and get loud. Go ahead and call that son of a bitch and every one of his fucking sycophants whatever you want to. But get loud. We need to stop this. That's everything I have there, people. Just a quick thing. Yes, I'm going to post the links in there. Yes, I could use some help. Yes, thank you to the people that did that yesterday. I appreciate that. Those will be there. But more than anything else, understand where we are. I love all of you because I love this country. Share this shit.